Greetings, I'm Stephanie Briggs, the creator of Heart Blossom, and this is your moon message for the new moon in Scorpio, October 27th, 2019. Now, today's new moon is happening at 4 degrees of Scorpio, the sun and the moon conjunct, and opposite the sun and moon cluster is Uranus at 4 degrees of Taurus, the liberator. Now Uranus is currently retrograde, so its liberation process is happening internally. Scorpio, as an archetype, tends to exercise power in a covert way, or at least in a way that is operating less in the visible and tangible realms of existence. It is operating more, you could say, in the shadows. And you may notice I'm wearing this wig today. I got this for my Halloween costume. And I noticed that when I put the wig on, I feel a little bit different. I feel like I have a bit of a disguise. And I noticed that when I have this disguise, this other energy feels safe and free to come out a little bit more. This energy that's a little, I don't know, a little bit more, a little bit darker, we could say. Less interested in being nice and pleasant and bubbly, like my Libra self tends to identify with and prefer. Personally, I've been uncovering and thinking on what I've really understood as some ancestral patterns in my family lineage. There are some very powerful women, intuitive women in my family, and this is not something that really ever was owned or spoken about, but it was certainly experienced and used and exercised. This energy did not go away. Instead, it morphed into a lot of harmful patterns, addictions, and a great deal of trauma for all involved. I feel that this is a very powerful time to call in the support of the ancestors in releasing some of the patterns that they have passed down to us that are no longer serving us, that are no longer serving the world that we want to live in and create. Whether that is the world within you or the outer world around you, your communities, your region, your world, your planet. Whatever scale, what is it that you would like to transform in your reality? And so at this time, I'd like to offer you a short meditation to begin this process of alchemizing that which keeps us from an authentic and integrated expression of power, one in which we are not fragmented into shadow selves that lurk in the corners that do not want to be seen. And instead, we can consciously choose how we want to express and apply our energies. Doesn't mean that we have to show everything to the world at every moment, but at least that we are choosing and aware of why we are choosing what we show and what we do not. So at this time, I invite you to get comfortable wherever you are. And when you're comfortable in your body, I invite you to close your eyes. And start by taking 3 deep breaths, breathing down into your belly. and breathing out nice and slow. You may want to actually make some noise when you let the air out. And with all of this, I invite you to trust and honor yourself and your body, what you know that you need, and adjust this experience accordingly. And as you feel your body more clearly, I invite you to just relax into the surface that is holding you, whether it's a chair, on the floor. And notice that connection between your body and the ground. And taking a few more breaths to energize and breathe into that connection. Feeling the aliveness, feeling the response from Earth. And then traveling up to your heart space, placing a hand on your heart if you wish. And turning your attention to your aura, your larger energy, and taking a moment to affirm and strengthen and energize and breathe into your energetic boundary of your aura. Energizing and setting your energetic protection into place. And affirming and intending that only energies that are in service of your aliveness, of your well-being, and your integral greatest good be allowed to enter and exist within these boundaries. This time we are stepping out of normal 3D reality and stepping into a bubble that is outside of time and earthly space. And we are existing in this moment with an appreciation and with a sacred intent. And at this time, I invite you to see in your inner perception that you are now present deep in the woods, and you are standing by a great fire in a clearing. Now, around this clearing stands a ring of evergreen trees. These trees, these pine trees, are tall, they are elders, and they are here offering further protection and witnessing to this process, this sacred process. Take a moment to greet them, bow to them, and accept their protection as they watch over you. And now turning your attention to the fire. As you gaze into the fire, you begin to see some of your ancestors, those ancestors who wish to come through in support of your healing, in support of your liberation, and the growth of a new heart-centered, sustainable paradigm here on Earth. Those ancestors who are here to be part of this process of transformation of all that no longer serves the greater good. And as you tune into these ancestors, perhaps you can see them Perhaps you merely sense their presence, but know that they are standing with you around the fire in a sacred circle. And all are here willingly, in perfect love and perfect trust, with a willingness to take responsibility for their choices and their power. And yes, that includes you, because you are also an ancestor of those who are to come. And at this moment, it is important that you accept and enter willingly into this process of liberation. Are you willing to be here in service of the freedom of all beings on planet Earth? Are you willing to experience the transformational process of shifting away from old survival patterns, old ways of being, old ways of getting needs met, old ways of feeling safe? Are you willing to leave those behind? If you are willing, then you may proceed, and know that it is a great honor to serve in this capacity, that you are helping to clear dark, dense energies of constriction that have caused great harm. You are serving your lineage, and you are also serving those who are to come. Because of course, as the saying goes, that pain travels through families until someone is willing to feel it. So all of those patterns that you avoid, those patterns that you continue to do that you know are not serving you, anything which you are unwilling to heal in this lifetime does not go away, it gets passed on. And so you have an opportunity now to be an agent of change. And so at this time, I invite you to feel the presence of these ancestors of liberation. Feel their presence, see their faces, know that they are with you. And at this time, I invite you to place into the fire those patterns that come into your awareness that you are ready to surrender, those patterns that you are ready to transform, those patterns of hiding, of pretending that you don't know your power, of pretending that you don't know, what you sense, what you are capable of, all those ways that you are masking yourself that are rooted in very old experiences and old trauma. Place those into the flames. You may send them out through your breath. You may send them through movement of your body, through expression of your voice, through writing on a page. However you are called to release this energy, envision it going into the flames. You're feeding the flames with this energy, freeing it from the form and the shape that it has taken, and allowing it to be recreated in this primal fire and to emerge in an entirely new form. Shift into the next expression that is more aligned with what is needed in service of life and love. Feel your strength and your courage to face these patterns. And feel the energy and the aliveness that is returning to you as you release all of that energy that you have taken on that is no longer needed. Energy that truly is not yours, that was given to you, and now you are giving it back to the fires of creation. And you can stay here as long as you like, meditating with the flames, releasing this energy. And when you feel that you have released and surrendered all that you are ready to let go of, once more feel the presence of your ancestors. Thank them for their support and receive their thanks for the work that you have done today. And as you are ready, you may slowly return to 3D reality, time and space of this moment. Return to your body, return to the space that is immediately around you. Once again, feeling the presence of Earth, to which you are always tethered during your human experience. And feel yourself regenerating. Feel the new aliveness that is coursing through your veins. This is what's to come when you are willing to surrender the leaves that have died, when you are willing to let them fall to the ground. You have cleared the branch for the growth of the new leaves come springtime. And in the meantime, you are rooted deep into earth. And you do have access to all of that nourishment and stability that those roots provide, even at times when your branches appear naked and vulnerable to the elements. On behalf of the new moon in Scorpio and all of these elevated ancestors who are here watching over and supporting our transformational process here on Earth at this very tumultuous and intense time on the planet, I want to thank you for listening to this message today and for showing up in your process and for your courage to feel more fully into your human experience and your authentic self. Sending you lots of love for this new moon and for the days that are to come. Many blessings to you.